Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am here to tell you the story about how I got jumped for some ramen noodles. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of background on how my neighborhood was. The middle school I was at, it was the ghetto. The ghetto. It was so bad that my mother decided that I wasn't even going to that high school. She was transferring me to somebody else's high school, a better one, through someone else's address until we were able to move to that neighborhood and I can just go to a different high school. It was that bad.
I'm in the ghetto.
There was children there that were pregnant. There was fights at least once a day. Like, it was just not a good school. And the neighborhood that all the kids came from, it was even worse. You got the creepy pedophile man across the street, which that's a separate story time within itself. The kids in this neighborhood, their parents were lower class. We all did not have a lot of money. Our school reflected that very heavily. Personally, I, even till this day, don't really like communicating with people. I'm really good at it now. Before, I don't like talking to people. I don't want any new friends. I just want to go home after I get off the bus, take a nap, play my game. We'll restart tomorrow. For a very long time, I didn't talk to none of the kids that were at my school. I didn't talk to none of the kids that were at my bus stop or in the neighborhood, just simply for the fact that I'm bad at communication and I just did not want to. But of course, kids were gonna get curious. They were gonna talk after a while. And so eventually, you know, I made some friends. I made a couple of friends, if we would like to call them that.
They were fake?
Of course they were fake!
Please ignore my nails. These are press-ons, cemented on, spray paint got stuck in it, and they just won't come off. So kids started to wonder, like, why isn't this girl talking to us? So it was either they thought that I was better than them, or they decided they want to talk to me and see what the heck I had to offer. I eventually made some friends. And the first time that I actually like hung out with these kids or talked to them outside of a casual your crayon is on the floor was when they decided to knock on my door. That's right, my house. And my mother answered it and they said, "Is Olivia here? Can she come outside?" My name? Not y'all knowing my name.
Camera recording.
Let your boom and make it boom.
And of course my mother said, "Oh yes, my daughter is here. She needs more friends. You guys should hang out with her."
Make you want to slap your mama! Hey mama, what the hell you want with?
And then throws me to the wolves.
Just a baby.
So I ended up going out there. I owned a bike. Of course I knew how to ride it, but I never used it. I never really was outside. I never talked to the children. So the kids told me to grab my bike and I started following them around. Now, our neighborhood had a lot of hills. Every other house was like this. Easy going down the hills for me on a bike. But as a kid who never went outside, I could not go up the hill. To this day, I can't even go up hills on a bike like that. Y'all who can? So eventually, I'm like getting hot. I'm getting tired. So I get off the bike and I start walking my bike around with them. I don't even think I actually conversated with these kids while I'm following them. I think I was just a tail on the end. Another kid there who did not have a bike. There was a couple of them, but one of them did not have a bike or a scooter or whatever. And because they saw that I wasn't using mine, they asked if they could ride mine. Which, I mean, I got a brother. I know how to share. Yeah, you can ride my bike. And he got on the bike, and so I started just walking. I mean, free to my hands. I don't like carrying nothing anyway. After maybe a couple of feet of walking, these kids just take off. Like, they're gone. Being somebody who has never been outside, like, I know how to get to the bus stop, to my house, and out the neighborhood. That's it. Where we were heading in this large neighborhood, I did not know. This is my first time out with these kids and they're gone. They've left me. They disappeared. They took off on their bikes and I could hardly ride the bike up the hill. I'm definitely not sprinting after these people. I'm sitting in the middle of the neighborhood. I have a phone on me. I had one, didn't bring it. In new situations, I just didn't think like, yeah, let me bring my cell phone. If it was a cell phone, I probably had a freaking flip phone at the time. So they're gone. I'm sitting in the middle of a neighborhood. Sun sets in probably 40 minutes. I'm just standing there like, I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. I've always been attached to my parents or that school bus. So at this point, I start hyperventilating. I'm crying and I'm looking around, and luckily, you know what I thought to do? Because of all the hills, I climbed up the highest one I saw. I looked around, bird's eye view of everything, and I spotted any landmark that I possibly could, and I ran down that hill. And the landmark that I did see was the creepy next door neighbor's truck, his bright green truck, and I sprinted down that hill as fast as I could. Look, I couldn't ride that bike up the hill, but I sure didn't know how to sprint down a hill. Found my house, got in, closed the door, and I was thanking the Lord that was it. So that's really the first interaction I've ever had with any of those neighborhood children. And I guess they just didn't like that I didn't follow them after they took my bike and sprinted off. They did not. So a couple of months go by, and like these kids, I don't know why they think I have something to offer to them, or like I don't know what it is. They think that I think I'm better than them, or I have more than them. I guess my bike was too nice. I guess my Hannah Montana book bag was too flashy. But the day came when I'm getting off of the bus and I decide to walk home like normal and not play outside with the children that left and abandoned me, even though I probably did after. But I guess they didn't really like me, because when I got off of this bus that day, one child held me down on this side of my body. I'm looking and I'm like, get your hand on me.
Get your fucking hands off me.
I guess they didn't realize how strong I was. See why they would question that, because I was very much an overweight child. They had someone else come and grab the other side of my arm. So I'm being held by two people, middle school again. And I'm yanking, I'm pulling, I can't get free. They trying to trip me, they trying to push me over, they're just trying to hold me down. And I'm trying my best to hold my guard. I don't know what's going on. And of course, again, I start crying because I don't know how to communicate my feelings. I don't know how to process my thoughts completely. I'm
just a baby.
I am crying and I am screaming and nobody is coming to help me. Nobody. And then I feel a next kid come behind me, unzip my cute little blue Hannah Montana book bag, pull out my lanyard that attaches to my keys that is attached to my front door. And next thing you know, after that, the man is in my house. This little boy child is in my house.
You need to leave.
They were in there for maybe 2 minutes max. I'm still trying to kick and push my way out of these people's arms, but you know, the tears holding me back, the hyperventilation holding me back, the kids holding me back. I see this person come out and they went in there with urgency, like they're running. They come out jogging, looking at what is in their hands. I'm like, y'all got oatmeal and y'all got chicken flavored ramen.
Boy, if you don't get...
Now, chicken flavored ramen, you could have that. But you had my peach and brown sugar Quaker Oats oatmeal. He comes out and he looks slightly disappointed because, like I said, we are all poor here. So I don't know what you thought you were going to get, but he took it home. They threw the keys back in front of me. They took the rest of the stuff that they took out of my house and they left. If they were willing to take that stuff, seeing that I'm hungry, you definitely were hungry. And you know what I did after that? As the smart, intelligent 7th grade, probably 6th grade kid I was, nothing. I went home, probably cried for 10 minutes, got on my game, ate whatever remnants of the ramen seasoning they left on the ground, and I took my behind to sleep until my little brother got home and my mother got home. And did I tell them? No. And what did I do after that? Hung out with them same kids the next day and the next day and the next day. I don't know if that was my initiation, if after they went into my house and saw I was poor just like them and they took my food and I said nothing, I was initiated, but they treated me a little bit better after that. Again, I try to sit back and think as to why I was the target. I was weird. I can admit that I was a weird kid.
Rainbow tree, plus I got this brown in me. Curly yellow dancing on me, so she smelled the green on me.
Like, if you could sit back and think about all the kids that you know that are weird, the kids that run home from the bus stop, the kids that be laying flat on their bus chairs and sleeping, the kids that be running around in capes. I was one of those children.
What you want, you could do.
Child. I was that child. I was one of those children. So maybe that's why I was targeted, but again, I don't know. But yeah, them little suckers jumped me for some ramen and oatmeal. And they probably wish they could jump me for some freaking Doritos.
A Dorito? Hey everyone, the new containing out Dorito!
But I ain't had that. And that's essentially my story. If you'd like to hear some different stories, let me know in the comments below. Or if you would like to hear about the creep neighbor across the street who was trying to summon me, you can also let me know about that in the comments as well, and I will gladly tell you the story. So it's nice seeing you all, and goodbye.